Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining in this video. And today's topic is on, the best position of planets in the horoscope. Okay, where do all the 9 planets perform the best in the natal chart? Okay, and just before we, go into this topic, there is a disclaimer. Today will not be speaking, on Rahu and Ketu because those are not planets astrologically. Okay, they are just they are just two shadowy points. Okay, they are the two nodes of the moon, and they don't have any physical representation. Okay, so amongst the among excluding Rahu and Ketu, we have the 7 planets, and they are the 2 luminaries, which are of course the Sun and Moon, and then there are the 5 planets, which are Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, and Saturn. Okay, and depending on what positions these planets occupy in the natal chart, they can give either positive or negative or even mixed results as per their characteristics. Okay, and the natal chart, as we know, is a scan or a snapshot of the sky with astronomically accurate positions of these planets, and it is calculated based on the exact date, time, and the coordinates of birth. Okay, now we'll look at the most powerful positions of planets in the horoscope, and if you have these 7 grahas in at least one of these positions, from the point of view of astrology, you can actually consider yourself to be blessed. Okay, so if you look at the sun in the natal chart, the sun represents the king or the father, and the numerical value of the sun is 1, and the sun is associated with the soul and spirit, with authority and strength, and also with the ability to be bright and noticeable. Okay, in addition, the sun is the karaka for fame. It is also responsible for status, charisma, as well as immunity and vision. Okay, and the strongest positions of the sun are in Aries and Leo. Okay, so if the sun is in Aries or in Leo, it will give you bright charisma, it will give you healthy self-esteem, optimism, leadership qualities, high working capacity, high energy, and also a cheerful spirit. Okay, and if the sun is in Aries or Leo, at the level of society, it will provide good relationships and support from the father, from the superiors, and also from the government. Okay, and high ranking individuals can provide opportunities. They can, they will be coming forward to patronize and help you out. Okay, and we know that the sun gets exalted in Aries, and if the sun is in Aries, it will give you wealth and luxury, a high position in the society, and also a clear vision of what you must do, what should be your purpose and what should be your goal. Okay, and at the level of health, if the sun is placed in Aries and Leo, it will give you excellent immunity, vitality, and good disease resistance, as well as the health and strength of bones, spine, and the eyes. Okay, now the moon in the natal chart, it is considered to be the mother and the queen, and the numerical value is 0. Okay, really sorry about that. So the moon shines to the reflected light of the sun, so the moon is not so confident. Okay, but then it is a position, it indicates royalty, and this royal position provides many bonuses. Okay, so the moon is is constantly waxing and waning, and so it is associated with inconsistency and changeability, and the nature of the moon is soft and caring, and the moon does extremely well if it is placed either in Taurus or in Cancer. Okay, and this position, it gives a very flexible, non-conflicting character, diplomacy, someone who is very diplomatic, someone who has many friends and acquaintances, and also a lot of popularity. Okay, the moon is is a planet that does not have any enemies. Okay, and people like to be in the company of such a person with such soft and pleasant energy. Okay, so a harmonious moon will bless you with excellent intuition, empathy, rich imagination, many creative ideas, and also great creative potential. Okay, it also gives attractiveness, a good mind, and memory. And on a social level, if the moon is placed in Taurus and Cancer, It'll give you a lot of popularity, a good relationship with your mother, help and support from women, and also, help from, especially from the opposite gender. Okay. And in addition, well-placed moon will provide harmonious relationships in the family and with others. Okay. And at the level of health, moon placed in either Taurus or Cancer will give you a stable psyche, good sleep, the ability to feel like a happy person. And if this combination is happening for a woman, then it'll give you ability, if you're a woman having moon in Taurus or Cancer, it will give you the ability to bear healthy children, and also, absence of problems with the menstrual cycle. Okay. Now let's look at Mars in the natal chart. So Mars, it represents, military leader and protector, and the numerical correspondence is 9. Okay. By the way, the numerical correspondence for the moon is 2. Okay, I forgot to mention that, I think. And the numerical correspondence for Mars is 9. And in the natal chart, Mars is associated with younger siblings, real estate and property in general. And for women, Mars represents sexual partner, and for men, it represents potency and testosterone. Okay. And this Mars, if it is fiery and powerful, if it is fiery and powerfully placed, that is, it'll be filled with energy and strength, courage and bravery. Okay. And the position of Mars in the chart will show where a person can show his strength and where to apply energy. Okay. And the Mars does really well if it is placed in either Capricorn or Aries and even Scorpio. Okay. So people think that, Scorpio Mars is weak, but I beg to differ. So Mars in Scorpio is actually very strong Mars, because it represents its own sign. Okay. And if you have your Mars in one of these positions, that means if you have your Mars in Capricorn or Aries or Scorpio, you will be very energetic, active, efficient. You will apply a lot of logic in your decision making, because Mars is the karaka for logic. You will exhibit willpower and also the ability to quickly access the situation, overcome obstacles, and also cope with difficulties. Okay. On a social level, Mars, which is placed in Aries or Capricorn or Scorpio, it will give the ability to manage and organize. It will offer, it will offer you leadership positions. It'll make you take initiatives. It will also give the ability to take decisive and strong-willed actions, good relations with younger brother and sisters. And it will not give you any problems with law enforcement agencies. And also, it will make you gain from real estate. Okay. On a level of health, Mars gives a good tone, good health and immunity, and a reasonable use of one's energy. Okay. It'll also give you very good potential in sports. You look at the Mars of Sachin Tendulkar and you'll understand, how a good Mars is essential to succeed in sports. Okay. It'll also give you, well-placed Mars will also give you high passion, high sexual potency, physical strength, as well as endurance. Okay. Just hold on. Okay. So next we'll be looking at Mercury in the natal chart, and Mercury can be compared to the young prince, an eternal learner. And although, not quite mature, this learner has great influence and power. Okay. And in Vedic numerology, Mercury is associated with the number 5, and, it represents youth. Okay. It represents your youthfulness, your activity and dynamism, and it is constantly interested in learning something new and starting something fresh. And Mercury is also responsible for communications, for gadgets. Mercury represents the internet. Most people think that it is Rahu that represents the internet, but Mercury and the internet is a combination of Rahu and Mercury, because you're sharing information via the internet. Okay. It also represents business, transactions, documents, and information. Okay. And Mercury does very well if it is placed in Virgo and Gemini. Okay. So if Mercury is placed in Virgo, it becomes very balanced, thoughtful, and analytical. And if it is placed in Gemini, then it is very sociable, versatile, and erudite, but it is somewhat superficial. Okay. So if you have Mercury, which is placed either in Virgo or Gemini, you're rewarded with excellent, intellect, a very lively mind, rationality, a good sense of humor, abilities for literature and the exact sciences, as well as learning foreign as well as computer languages. And on a social level, a good Mercury will give you a lot of success in business, the ability to sell, the ability to, make acquaintances and negotiate with anyone for anything. Okay. An ability to have good relations with others. It'll make you very friendly. It'll also give you the ability to attract large sums of money. And also it'll give you success while working with information. Okay. And in addition, a well-placed Mercury in Virgo or Gemini, it contributes to the rapid execution of affairs, as well as adaptation to changing circumstances. Okay. At the level of the body, however, a good Mercury, which is harmonious, it means flexibility, agility, good nervous system, clarity of thought, good speech and memory, good skin, very clear skin, very glowing skin. Okay. And also give you good results, when it comes to dealing with the gastrointestinal tract as well as the respiratory tract. Okay. Then let's look at the position of Jupiter. So Jupiter is the guru. It is the advisor to the king, the sun. And in Vedic numerology, Jupiter is represented by the number 3. And, this planet is a significant and authoritative character. And kings, the sun turns to Jupiter with respect to ask for his advice. Okay. So Jupiter is a teacher who has deep knowledge of the spiritual as well as the material side of life, although the material side is more attributed to Venus. But Jupiter also, also gives you a lot of material gains if well placed. Okay. And, this is a very high value planet in your natal chart because it rules children, your luck, your spirituality, as well as your moral principles and finances. And in the female chart, it rules the husband. And the Jupiter, this Jupiter, it does excellent if it is in Cancer or Sagittarius or Pisces. Okay. And, a good or well-placed Jupiter, it gives a lot of self-esteem, wisdom, religiosity, adherence to principles, high moral qualities, respect for religion, respect for traditions, elders, optimism, and very good nature. Okay. And a person with such a, good position of Jupiter in the chart, it acquires the ability of a teacher. It gives a philosophical mindset, the ability to gain deep knowledge, and then, to pass it on to others. Okay. In social terms, good Jupiter, which is placed in Cancer or Sagittarius or Pisces, it guarantees good luck. It guarantees circumstances that are in your favor. It guarantees harmonious goals and stable faith, and also the ability to see your goals and follow it. Okay. So it also gives you the ability to have, good, healthy children, and also to have relationships with good relationships with your children. Okay. It gives you good teachers. In fact, it makes you a good teacher and, a good government official. And also it gives you, if you're a woman, it will give you a very harmonious marriage and bless you with a wonderful husband. Okay. So this is the planet that gives the growth of wealth. It gives you high status, respect, and also the lack of debt. And at the level of the body, a good Jupiter, which is well placed, it provides a strong mind, good health, a healthy liver and gallbladder, good hearing, and also a lot of fullness. Okay. Jupiter makes you feel whole and complete. All right. Next, we look at Venus in the natal chart. So Venus is the poet. Venus is the minister. Okay. And traditionally, it is associated with beauty, creativity, personal life, and also with the ability to teach. Okay. In numerology, Venus is associated with the number 6. And, the aspects of Venus in the natal chart, they are tenderness, they are love and material wealth. And the strongest positions for Venus, for Venus to be in, it is in Pisces or Taurus or Libra. Okay. And if Venus is in one of these signs, this planet is going to give you a lot of material happiness. Okay. It'll give you a lot of strong creative inclinations. the ability to, the ability to do arts or music or dance. It'll give you a good taste for the food and wine. And it'll also give you the ability to transform your surrounding space, creating coziness and comfort. Okay, it blesses you with romanticism, artistry, gracefulness, kindness, as well as wisdom. Okay, because Venus is one of the gurus. It'll also bless you with great diplomacy, deep knowledge, and also the ability to enjoy life. At a social level, Venus provides a lot of harmony in personal life. It'll give you a very harmonious marriage and intimate sphere of love with your partner. It'll give you warm relationships, not only with your partner, but also with your loved ones. And it'll also make you engage in some fun and pleasant pastimes. Okay, attention and support, as well as support from the opposite gender. Venus, a well-placed Venus will also bless you with financial well-being, luxury items, jewelry, artificial jewelry, particularly, perfumes, beautiful clothes, and also luck with vehicles. Okay, because Venus represents the vehicles. And at the level of the body, Venus will give you very beautiful eyes, because Venus is, Parashara calls Venus as Sulokchana in, in one of his shlokas. So Venus is the Karaka for beauty of the eyes. It'll give you good health because it's the Karaka for vitality. Ojas, it'll give you exuberance of the youth. It'll give you a lot of attractiveness, sexuality, soft charisma, a very pleasant body odor, and also very good eyesight. Okay. Then finally we come to Saturn, which plays the role of the servant. Okay, and Saturn is the it is the farthest planet away from the sun. It is also the darkest and the coldest planet, and it gives you a lot of problems with it. Okay, and in numerology, it corresponds to the number 8, and Saturn is the son of the sun. And because he is the farthest away from the sun, so in many ways Saturn has qualities which are very opposite to the sun. Okay, so Saturn represents coldness, restraint, and lack of selfishness. Okay, and it is associated with time, karma, the law of retribution, restrictions, difficulties, and is also responsible for labor and profession. Okay, and the best signs for Saturn to be in are in Libra or Capricorn or Aquarius. Okay, so such a Saturn which is placed in these positions, it will give you very high performance drive, the ability to to manage your time, the ability to concentrate, the ability for self-discipline, self-control, patience. Okay, this is the most important quality if you want to be successful. Okay, it'll give you a lot of organizational skills, endurance, spirituality, and also abilities in yoga and meditation, and also the ability to self-restraint and asceticism. Okay, at a social level, Saturn gives fidelity, reliability, and constancy in relationships, and these people, they they are blessed with the ability to achieve a high position through hard work. Okay, at the level of the body, a well-placed Saturn will give you minimum health problems, strong bones, teeth, joints, nails, and hair. Okay, it'll also bless you with a very good nervous system, good memory, and also resistance to stress. Okay, so this is my analysis of the best planets in the chart, the best position of the planets in the horoscope. Do let me know if you have planets in the positions that I did mention, and if it matched with whatever I said. Okay, so that's it from me in this video. Kindly subscribe to the channel, like the content, and also share it with others if you find it useful. All right, and I'll see you soon in yet another video. Namaste everyone. Om Gurave Namaha.